Hi, this is Peter Stanley. Welcome to my channel. Today I'm going to show a good way to long-term preserve your dehydrated peppers, or really any other dehydrated goods. So you run it through a dehydrator, it gets them dry, but over time they'll absorb moisture from the air, so shelf life isn't as long as you'd think. But if you vacuum seal them after you dry them, then they last indefinitely. This will remove all the air and moisture out the air out of the container. So what you need is a FoodSaver and a vacuum jar sealer attachment, and they come in wide mouth and regular mouth size. I use the wide mouth, and I've read that these generally work better than the regular mouth. But basically the way it works is you put your lid on, put this down on it, plug this into the accessory port, which on this one is right here, and then just seal it, and that'll suck everything out and it'll seal. So you need to clean your jar ahead of time and dry it, let it dry, probably 24 hours. But even if it's a new jar, wash it and make sure this is clean. It's a good idea to take soap and water and clean this and rinse it and let it dry. It kind of helps the seal a little better. So what we're going to do, I've got a bunch of these chocolate unreaper pods. I've got some that I finished just the other day. So I'm going to put these in there and these that I just dried and seal it up. I'll show you how I do that. So first, one thing I mentioned too, when you do this, you want to make sure these are what I call cracker dry, and that's basically if you squeeze it, it crumbles. You don't want it to be have any kind of give or flexibility, because that would mean there's still some moisture in it. So first thing I'm going to do is add these in here. These are all the same type of pepper. It's the chocolate unreaper. It's like an unrown chocolate reaper cross. And I'm going to leave a few of these out just to make powders with. If you're going to use something short term, you can just put it in a bag. It's fine. The rest of these in here. And it's okay if you're doing this, if you don't really care about the, preserving whole pods, you can push those down. It's fine. It's a good idea to wear gloves too, especially with super hots. But you don't want any oils from your hands. It gives you kind of another moisture barrier. So it looks good. So I just put the lid on here. Make sure that's any debris on it. Plug in my sealer attachment to the accessory port. And this is just going to fit down straight over this and then suck all the air. See how this has a little, when I'm done, this won't be popped up. So I'm going to stick that down, just push it over. And hit the accessory port on the FoodSaver. Okay, this just pops off. Notice there's no give at all, and I can even actually hold it, and that's not going to come off. Everything's good and dry in there, and that'll stay. I mean, I've got some that have been well over a year, 2 years, and they're fine. I mean, it really makes them last indefinitely, and it's a good way to long-term preserve the stuff that you take the time and effort and energy to dry out. Especially if you have a surplus and you're drying your harvest and you can't reasonably go through it all, in a short period of time, just seal it up, dry it and seal it. And anyway, I hope you found that helpful. Thank you very much for watching, and please like, comment, and subscribe.